Star Brethren,
your number one source for everything Starbound.
Hello, I'm Kamo, and welcome to the first of many episodes that will be covering the entire progression of Starbound from start to finish. Now, this is made during the unstable winter patch, and I will be doing my absolute best to make sure that I keep everything up to date. And then, of course, when the stable release comes out, I will make sure that that is up to date as well. Now, if you guys have any friends or anyone that's getting into Starbound or anyone that's stuck at any particular point, please don't hesitate to share my video. And if you have any questions or think that I missed anything, don't hesitate to come on over to YouTube and let me know. All right, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. I'm going to be playing through this with Kfro. And when things first start out, you're always going to come up with the same mission. It's not the same for every race, but the effect is the same. They all tell you to repair the ship's thrusters and patch up the hull. If you want to read this, it definitely gives you a little bit of backstory of how you got to where you are. Go ahead and accept that mission. Right here is normally where your storage is going to be, but over here is where we want to go. This is the ship's AI. They call it SAIL, Ship-Based Artificial Intelligence Lattice. So, obviously he's derping out a little bit here. I just noticed he said boobs. So you're going to want to click on Reboot Ship AI and issue the command. Fantastic. He's not quite a derp anymore. So, it used to be in Starbound where you would get your matter manipulator from the storage over here. Now you get it from this guy. Enable matter manipulator. Boom! You got yourself matter manipulator. Now this is the part that has thrown quite a few people, and a few people have actually thought that their game was broken. The teleporter used to just work. And that was that. It used to just work. Now you have to actually go in here and enable the teleporter. And again, issue the command. And then at this point, you get the quest to go over and access the ship locker and pick up a flashlight. So let's go do that. Boom. You got everything here. So if you're new to the game, you can just shift click and move things over. A flashlight, a weapon, and a few torches for good measure. I cannot talk today. Except, now we need to make a crafting table, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Take your torches. Now, in the middle here, you got the left and right. Left click, right click. So left hand, left click, right click. Alright. You can walk over to this little beastie, or you can hit this little beam down button over here on the right side. But if you go over here, you'll notice you have beam to planet and beam home. Beam home isn't something you can really do right now, considering that you only have one planet you can go to, so that's something I'll be touching on a little bit later. But for now, let's go ahead and beam down to the planet. Alright, we've arrived on the planet. Now, if you remember, the mission that they gave us was to create ourselves a crafting table, and that requires 36 planks. If you go into your crafting menu here, you got wooden planks, and wooden planks require unrefined wood, and to get unrefined wood, you gotta chop yourself some trees. Once you have at least 12 unrefined wood, you can start breaking them down into planks and make yourself a crafting table, considering that it takes 35 planks, and each unrefined wood gives you 3 planks. So if you go in here, just start crafting away, you can now make yourself a crafting table. So you click on it and click craft. Great, I can use this crafting table to create lots of items that I can make with my bare hands, that I can't make with my bare hands. Except, plant fibers is the next thing they send us after to make bandages, and I will show you how to do that as well. But first, let's go ahead and place our brand new crafting table. Nice and fancy. If you walk up to it and hit E, you can now see all of the different schematics that you can make. But let's go ahead and get ourselves some plant fibers. You can always find those in caves. Well, almost always find those in caves. You want to break them off at the very top. Boom. So you got yourself some plant fibers now. Go into your crafting. Now these you can craft by hand. So you can go up here, click on bandage, craft one, and you complete that quest. That wasn't too bad. I can make all sorts of things with plant fibers, from ropes to cloth. That is indeed true. Alright, we need to stay healthy, so now we need to grab some raw steak by killing a monster with a hunting bow or a hunting spear and cook it on the campfire to produce cooked steak. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that right now. So, the bow and arrow is created at the crafting table. You can also use the search here. If you go in here and just type in hunt, you're going to come up with a bow. And it requires plant fibers and wooden planks, which are both things that we know how to grab. It's 10 and 30. Alright, so I've grabbed all the plant fibers and planks that I need, and I can now craft myself a hunting bow. I totally skipped over it, so I'm just going to go to it this way. Crafting bow, boom, got yourself a crafting bow. Now you can only move things around on your hotbar if you go into your inventory first. If you go here, see I can't, it just selects it. Once you go into your inventory, you can pick it up and move it around. So, what it's asked us to do is collect some meat. So you want to find yourself a monster, and you want to just click and hold to fire the arrows, and then release to shoot the arrow. Now, if you look at the bow, you notice that it flashes for a moment. If you release it when it flashes, you can release a stronger arrow. Alright, so now we've gotten our meat, but now we need to cook it. Now, you can make a campfire by using torches and unrefined wood. And it only requires 5. Now, the torches you should have already been able to get from your ship. I just realized I've been saying now a lot. So, now that we've crafted that, you can go into your inventory, and it'll usually put it in there in your inventory, and boom. You walk up to it and hit E, and now we just need to select the meat. Put it up in my hotbar because I so happen to have space. Put it in there, cook it, boom. Got yourself some good old meat. Delicious. I'm sure I could cook some even tastier dishes. Maybe I should craft a hoe and find some seeds I can plant. To make more advanced items, I'll need to craft a stone furnace using the crafting table. With the stone furnace, I'll be able to smelt raw ores into refined metal bars. So to create the furnace, you have to go into the crafting table again. So look at furnace, and it requires a campfire, which we just made, as well as cobblestone. Now, something to note is that the furnace cannot cook food, so you'll need to make yourself another campfire after you use it. So, to get cobblestone, of course, just look around and you'll find rocks somewhere. You can find a lot of it on the surface. You don't always necessarily have to go into caves. So since it's nighttime, I've got my flashlight out, and at that point, it'll put on my one-hander that you start with, and then I just right-click to swing. Alright, so we got some cobblestone right here. If I put down a torch, it'll keep things nice and lit for me. And if you just hit R, you should be able to select your matter manipulator. So I believe it said we needed 25. And again, along the bottom, you see where it says cobblestone. If you're picking it up fast enough, you can see how much cobblestone you've collected. If you haven't picked up that particular item for a period of time, it'll eventually go away. So cobblestone 25. In a moment here, it'll disappear. There it goes. So it's disappeared. So I'll pick up my torch and bring it back with me because we do have a limited amount of those, although you can usually find coal pretty quickly. So let's go in here. Oh, and that's right, we need the campfire. So you can break items with the matter manipulator just like you can break trees down. So, stone furnace. Alrighty, awesome. Time to play with fire. This should work for most basic metals like copper and iron, which I can use to build a more advanced furnace later on. I should start by making use of a furnace and smelting some copper ore to obtain a copper bar. So, let's go ahead and place our furnace first, and boom. So, this is going to go ahead and be the first episode. I just wanted to cover the extreme basics, crafting table, how to get out of your ship, campfire, furnace, and how to do some basic gathering. Again, if there's anyone you know of that needs some help or they need some help getting started, go ahead and share this video with them. And if you guys have any feedback for me, please definitely let me know. In the meantime, I hope you all take care. I hope this video helped you out.